In the heart of East Los Angeles, beneath the glow of a flickering neon sign that read Torres Auto Works, a young woman named Mia Torres wiped her oil-stained hands on a faded rag. The scent of burnt rubber, gasoline, and machine oil hung thick in the air, a perfume only mechanics could love. The garage was cluttered with rusted tools, old car parts, and posters of classic race cars that had long since faded from color. Mia was known around town as the girl in grease, not because she loved attention, quite the opposite, but because she was always covered in it. Her jumpsuit was smudged with stains, her nails perpetually dark from engine soot, and her hair tied back in a messy ponytail streaked with oil. She'd been fixing cars since she was 13, learning everything from her late father, Rico Torres, once a racing champion who had built engines that purred like music. Now, years later, the shop was all she had left of him, and though customers came and went, no one saw the brilliance that ran in her blood. To them, she was just another small-town mechanic. One blistering afternoon, the sound of screeching tires broke the routine hum of the garage. A black truck pulled up, towing behind it a sleek silver supercar, unlike anything Mia had ever seen. Its surface gleamed under the sunlight like liquid chrome, futuristic and flawless. 3 men in suits stepped out, their shoes too shiny for a place like this. "This the girl who thinks she can fix anything?" One of them asked mockingly. Mia didn't flinch. "Depends what's broken." He smirked and tapped the car. "This beauty, worth $10 million, and no one's been able to start it. Not even the people who built it." He tossed her the keys lazily. "Think you can do better?" The men laughed as they turned to leave, the echo of their mockery bouncing off the concrete walls. But Mia wasn't listening. She walked around the car slowly, her fingers brushing against its flawless bodywork. Beneath that perfect exterior, she sensed a challenge, something calling to her. As thunder rumbled in the distance, Mia whispered to the silent machine, "You'll run for me." That night the rain poured hard outside, but the lights in Torres Auto Works burned bright. Inside, the girl in grease prepared to awaken a sleeping legend. 3 nights had passed since the mysterious supercar arrived at Torres Auto Works. The garage lights stayed on long after midnight, glowing like a beacon in the rain-drenched streets. Inside, Mia Torres sat cross-legged on the cold concrete floor, her hair falling loose as she examined the engine's complex design. The car's body shimmered like mercury under the flickering bulbs, and every time she touched it, she felt something strange, almost alive, pulsing through the machine. She had tested every system she knew: fuel, ignition, compression, software. Everything was flawless. Yet the car refused to start. It was like it didn't want to. And that bothered her. Mia wasn't used to losing. Her father had taught her that every machine has a language. You just had to listen carefully enough. Leaning closer to the dashboard, she noticed a faint flicker on the onboard display, a sequence of numbers flashing too quickly for the human eye. She replayed it, slowing it down. It wasn't random. It was code. Her brow furrowed. "What are you hiding?" she whispered. She connected her old laptop, fingers flying across the keyboard as she accessed the car's software core. Layers of encrypted data unraveled like a digital maze, lines of programming that didn't belong in a car at all. This wasn't just an engine. It was a secret project, something far beyond automotive technology. Suddenly, a loud knock echoed through the garage. Mia froze. The rain outside was still heavy, but someone was standing in the doorway. A tall man in a dark coat stepped into the light, his face half hidden by the hood. "You shouldn't be working on that," he said firmly. Mia straightened, grabbing a wrench like a weapon. "Who are you?" He stepped closer, pulling back his hood, revealing a tired, handsome face. "Lucas Grant, I helped design that car, and I'm telling you, it's not meant to run." She blinked, confused and defiant. "Then why bring it here?" Lucas hesitated before replying. "Because if anyone could figure out what they buried inside it, it's you. But understand this, once you unlock it, they'll come for you." Mia stared at him, determination hardening in her eyes. "Let them come," she said quietly. "I'm not afraid of finding the truth." Outside, lightning flashed, and inside, the girl in Greece, prepared to uncover what no one dared to start. The rain had stopped, but the storm inside Torres Autoworks was far from over. For 2 sleepless nights, Mia Torres worked relentlessly, her hands trembling from exhaustion, but her heart alive with fire. The supercar sat before her, panels open, wires exposed, a gleaming puzzle of genius and deception. Lucas had stayed to help, pacing nervously as she dove deeper into the car's forbidden systems. The encryption was military-grade, locked behind firewalls meant to protect something bigger than an engine. After hours of decoding, Mia's eyes widened. "This car's computer. It's connected to a satellite network," she murmured. "It's tracking data, not roads, not locations, but people." Lucas nodded grimly. They were building a vehicle that could be used for surveillance, espionage, even control. The ignition key isn't a key at all. It's a kill switch. Mia felt a chill crawl down her spine. So they made sure no one could start it unless they allowed it. "Exactly," Lucas said. "But you've already gone further than anyone ever did." Mia tightened her ponytail, her face streaked with oil. "Then let's finish it." For hours, she rewired circuits, reprogrammed the onboard computer, and bypassed encrypted locks one by one. The garage was alive with sparks, flashes of blue light reflecting off her determined eyes. Finally, she inserted the key once more, her fingers shaking. "This is it," Lucas whispered. She turned the key. For a second, nothing happened. Silence hung heavy in the air. Then came a low rumble, deep and primal. The car's lights flickered, the dashboard came alive, and the engine roared, a sound so powerful it vibrated through her chest. The garage shook, dust falling from the ceiling, as if the machine had awakened from a long sleep. Mia laughed in disbelief, tears in her eyes. "You're alive!" But their triumph lasted only seconds. Outside, engines growled, black SUVs pulling up in formation. Men in tactical suits poured out, armed and moving fast. Lucas's face turned pale. "They're here." Mia grabbed her father's wrench, standing tall in front of the roaring supercar. "Then let them see what they created," she said. Outside, thunder rolled once more, and inside, the girl in Greece faced the storm she had awakened. The roar of the supercar still echoed through Torres Autoworks as black SUVs surrounded the building. Headlights cut through the darkness, illuminating the rain-slick pavement outside. Inside, Mia Torres stood defiantly, the wrench in her hand glinting under the fluorescent light. The silver car behind her pulsed with life, its engine humming like a wild heart finally unleashed. Lucas stepped closer, whispering urgently, "Mia, they'll destroy everything. The car, the files, even you. You don't understand who they are." She didn't take her eyes off the door. "I don't care who they are. My father taught me, machines don't lie. People do." The garage door shuddered as a voice boomed through a megaphone. "Step away from the vehicle. You are in possession of classified technology." Mia exhaled slowly, her pulse steady. She walked to the driver's side, wiping grease from her hands onto her jumpsuit. "If it's so classified," she said under her breath, "let's make it famous." She slid into the driver's seat, fingers brushing across the glowing dashboard. Lucas stared at her, fear and admiration warring in his eyes. "You're not thinking—" "I am," she interrupted. "I didn't bring this machine to life just to let them bury it again." With a twist of the key, the engine roared louder than before, shaking the garage. The men outside began shouting, weapons raised. The sleek car vibrated like a living beast ready to run. "Hold on tight," Mia said. The supercar shot forward, bursting through the half-open garage door in a spray of sparks and rain. Tires screamed against wet asphalt as the silver blur raced down the narrow street, engines from the SUVs roaring behind in pursuit. Mia gripped the wheel, the city lights reflecting in her determined eyes. Lucas shouted over the thunderous engine, "Where are we going?" "Somewhere they can't silence the truth," she replied, a fierce grin spreading across her face. Behind them, the men in black faded into the distance, their lights swallowed by the storm. Ahead, the night stretched wide and open, a road that belonged only to her. For the first time, Mia wasn't just the girl in Greece. She was the woman who made the impossible run, and the world would never forget her name.